Hi, everyone. Marianne Markowitz. Maximize your strengths, how to get the most out of yourself. Maybe you've been told that you're really good at something, but you're letting your skills go untapped because you're waiting around for the confidence to show up or the courage to take the action. Stay tuned. So, we suffer self esteem and just suffer because we're afraid to go out and shine for others. Don't let that be you. Just believe, yes, we all come into this life with unique gifts and talents. And this video is going to be short and sweet, as all of mine are, but how to help you develop those strengths to your full potential. Maybe you think, oh, I'm really good in this one area, but you're not really sure. Then do your research and see what resources are available. Maybe you think you're exceptionally good at data analysis, and but there's something about holding you back. There's so many tools, free and paid, out there for you to take a class and then take an assessment, and that very act will do two things. Number one, it lets your superconscious, not your unconscious, your superconscious go, oh, you know what? She's really serious about this. I better, get on the game. And it'll build up that confidence because you are taking an action. Just any little action is going to help develop that confidence as you are building on these strengths. And patience. Develop patience with yourself. Malcolm Gladwell, Outliers, one of my favorite books from many years ago, still worth having in your library, coined the 10,000 hour rule. In order for someone to be highly successful, let's take a French horn player in a symphony, or a professional athlete, they've spent 10,000 hours developing those skills. So maybe you're not there and you're struggling because you just feel like I'm never going to get there. Just again, develop the patience with yourself. And here's something you need to know: our parasympathetic nervous system responds to how you're talking to yourself. So if you are long term looking at my 10,000 hours, I really want to be a master at this, but you're back here kind of still beating yourself up, that physically is very bad for you. So take that rule of, let's pick every Friday. You've got three things you're going to do each day, three things each week in order to get there. And at the end of the week, take an inventory of what have I accomplished, and then celebrate your win. Maybe you say, I want to, have 125 contacts in this system that I'm working on. Great. How close did you get to it? Maybe you blew past it. The simple act of having it written down, of a big goal. This is what I want. Again, you can use the 10,000 hours and then reverse engineer it. Okay, if I want to be masterful at this, then I'm going to commit to doing, three things every month, three things every day, every week, and just keep funneling it down, and that'll help you build up your confidence. So Fridays rolls around and you say, this is what I've accomplished. And okay, maybe you didn't get that done. Then look at the other things you accomplished and celebrate your win. Let's say you didn't get anything done because you're procrastinating. Then perhaps you need to say, nobody in the world can be a better procrastinator than Marianne this week, and celebrate that and say, I'm going to go buy maybe a new lipstick, a new something. Acknowledge yourself. Very counterintuitive, but you want to get in the habit of acknowledging, yes, I'm doing this. And even if it's not where you want to be, then step back, get that perspective. You look at some of my other videos about perspective and awareness. This will help you cultivate that internal talk, okay? And so you want to set your goals and reverse engineer. So this is my really big goal. What do I need to do on a quarterly basis, on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis? And it becomes much easier. And our minds and our bodies, again, respond to that routine. And there's that balance between having too much of a routine. So when you start getting bored, you need to say, okay, am I just saying that I'm getting bored so I can procrastinate? Or am I at that point where I need to push a little bit harder to get to where I want to go? Again, this is all fun awareness mind games with yourself. Post your goals in places where you can see them. On your, I have it on my phone, on my screensaver. I have it here on my desktop. I have a whiteboard over here, which is a really good, fun, creative tool because I can erase it and start over with new colors. What works for you? And make that commitment to, I'm going to start having fun with these goals. I'm going to have fun with my mind. I'm going to acknowledge who I am, just like Marianne recommended. I'm going to celebrate my wins. And I'm going to, if I didn't celebrate a win, I'm going to give myself a bonus for being the best procrastinator in the world. Again, just very counterintuitive, but it helps you get in touch with who you are. Believe you can do it. Confidence is built on practice, and it's not practice makes perfect. In the yoga tradition, if you just always refer to it as your practice, because you may show up on your yoga mat today and something that you did last week was easy peasy, and this week it's like, whoa, what's going on with my body? You just say, oh, okay, I need to, here's something where I need to work around it, but being aware of what your strengths are, that they're always cumulative, that you're building upon them. And then that brings your confidence. So practice makes progress, not perfect. There's no perfect yoga pose. There's just not. That's the beauty of having a very strong yoga practice, because you learn there's just no competition between each other's body. And I've said it before recently, I think it bears repeating. The mind is the place where we have the greatest challenge. And we must be the guard to what's coming in. Turn off the news. It's going to happen whether you're listening to it or not. And our parasympathetic nervous system was never meant to take in the amount of information we take. Period. End of story. Someone from 1910 in their lifetime doesn't absorb and take in as much as we take in on a daily, weekly basis. Be the person, it's your mind. Be that person to guard it and say, okay, today, this is what I'm taking in. This is what I'm working on. I've got my goals. You check, daily, weekly, am I meeting those goals? And everything still involves hard work. One of my entrepreneurial groups, there are some people, I think because I'm going to say it, they're younger, they're just more adept at the technology. I mean, things just come easy to them. So I don't beat myself up about that. It's just like, okay, how do I work around that? How do I find the people to help me get through that? And just believe that you will get to that larger goal.